Not all of your drugs fall under your Medicare Part D, as in dog, plan. Some drugs, really expensive drugs, fall under Medicare Part B. So think of it like this. If it's oral, you're self-administering the drug, Part D. If you have to go to a doctor's office to get it administered, which is typically an IV infusion, Part B. Part B is almost always expensive. Part D can also have very expensive drugs, but has a cap starting in 2025 of $2,000 out of pocket, right? The media is like saying, oh, this is the most amazing thing ever, which it is good. But Part B drugs do not have a cap. Now, I do have some good news for Part B drugs, but it's not that good of news, okay? The government has a program that says if the manufacturer raises the cost of drugs faster than inflation for 1 quarter, then they have to pay a penalty. They have to lower their drugs. So, the end of March, Medicare announced that there were 41 drugs that were on the offenders list. And so those drugs are reduced in price for 1 quarter. So April, May, and June. You might have noticed that you got charged less, and you might have thought, oh, well, that's a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. So we'll put a sample of the chart. It's 3 pages for 41 drugs, just a little sample here on the screen. But normally for a Part B drug, if you only had government Medicare A and B, you'd pay 20% for the cost of that drug. But during this quarter, these 41 drugs that are on the offenders list, you might only pay 3% or 15%. They're all over the board based on how offensive the price increase was. So you got a little break for 1 quarter. Now, if the manufacturers keep doing it, that could keep happening. It can be sporadic. It might never happen again. But it's just one of those things when you're like, I don't understand. I thought I was supposed to pay this much for my drug, and now they only billed me this much. That Part B coinsurance is up to 20%. It won't be more than 20%. It could be less than 20%. So if you have a Medicare Advantage, that makes this even more confusing because on Medicare Advantage, most plans, but again, they vary across the board, right? There's 4,000 plans in the nation. But most plans charge you 20% still for those Part B drugs. But unlike government Medicare, A and B, where there's no cap, you could pay $100,000 for your drugs this year. Medicare Advantage gives you the protection of an out-of-pocket maximum. So since it's a Part B charge, it falls under your plan's out-of-pocket maximum for the year. This year, nationally, the most you can be charged in-network for any plan is $8,850, which is great compared to if you only had government Medicare A and B. Like I said, you could pay $50,000, $100,000 or more. Like there's no cap. So Medicare Advantage gives you that cap. Medicare Supplement Plan G, of course, gives you the ultimate cap because as long as you pay your monthly premiums, the only thing you'd pay out of pocket if you needed Part B drugs is that once a year deductible, which this year is only $240. So if you're taking a really expensive drug, a Part B drug, you need to make sure you pick the right type of plan if you're just enrolling in Medicare this year. Because that one expensive drug could be the driver of your whole decision. That's what we do with the Medicare Family. We talk to you one-on-one. We're going to ask you a lot of personal questions and then research what's available in your area to try to show you all the options that we offer and give you advice to save you a lot of trouble down the road. Our consultations are free. Our services are free. We're independent contractors. We represent over 30 different insurance companies. Just go to our website, book your free appointment if you have questions about Part B drugs or you just need help with Medicare. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you might really like this video. Check it out. And we'd appreciate if you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a great video. We put out one every week. Check in the description below this video for a link to our cheat sheet on Social Security and Medicare. And you can also give us a comment if you have a specific question. Always feel free to call us or email us at the Medicare Family.